We'll get started here in a few seconds, I promise. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Hope you guys are staying positive. Welcome to DTJ Rap Studios. I'm your host, ID. I want to say it's been a few weeks since I've done a live, and personally, I've never done like a late night live, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to just kind of relax and talk about a few things. I kind of like this bed a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, the late night vibes is cool. You know what I'm saying? I get to find my comfortability. I gotta get comfortable here. But yeah, I get to actually sit down and talk with y'all. I had a run-in with a friend earlier today. I was at a gas station, and I was just sitting there. I got off work around like 4:30, 5 o'clock in Olympia. I drove back to Tacoma. And I was just sitting at the gas station, and I was just chilling there. And a homegirl, Donisha, she actually happened to go to high school with me in Foss, in Tacoma, when I moved here from San Diego, California area. And when I came from California, it was just like, I didn't really have any friends. It was like that feeling you always, you hear about it in the movies. The kids hate moving away from their friends, and you gotta make new friends and all that kind of shit. And this woman was like one of the first people to like befriend me. She just kind of like, she would see me kind of like wander around the school. She'd be like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, I hope you good. Like, I hope everything's cool." And always was a good spirit. I want to say we had choir together also. Ran to this really wonderful person, and she was telling me how she was watching my lives, and she had just been observing from a distance my growth and within social media. And that shit touched me, man. Like, me and her were both about to cry in the parking lot. It was weird. Like, she didn't think that, I can't say she didn't think, but I guess I didn't think that I was touching people as deeply as I was at the time that I had ran to this person. And so after the conversation we had, it got me to a point where I was just like fully re-inspired, and in a place in my mind where I just wanted to reach out to more people. Because, like, realistically, let's keep it real between me and you. You know what I mean? Like, whoever's watching this, like, think about it. You pick up your, where's that? I don't know where my phone is. Oh, I'm on live. I'm tripping. But it's like, you take your phone, right? And you probably talk to like 50 people, maybe 50 people, like throughout the span of an entire calendar month. Like 1 month, you might talk to 50 people, like maybe a little less, maybe a little more, who knows? And so it's just like, with that being said, you think about it, it's like nobody talks to like a lot of people. And like consistently, you feel me? And so I'm looking up all this research and trying to figure out how I can understand my body and my brain more. And it says somewhere online, I can't really make this a reputable source. I didn't research the person who published the actual article. But it says somewhere online basically that like the brain can only remember like, it's something like 150 people or something. After like 150 people, maybe it's 160, I can't remember, but it's somewhere like that, something close to 200. But once you like meet a new person at a bar, or you get introduced to a person or something, you're gonna forget person number one that you met 4, 5, 10 years ago, that probably hasn't spoken to you ever since then, that probably hasn't made a change or effect on your life for them to be relevant, nor have you done that for them. You know what I'm saying? And so when I run into people the way I do, and I realize that I'm making that kind of an effective change on them, like, it kind of really, it propels me forward, you know what I mean? I used to be really interested in what was called a flash mob. If you don't know what a flash mob is, it's like when you create a gimmick off of showing up at a specific location at a specific time, and then scheduling for people to show up at this specific place at this specific time, only to run up on you and to act like you're a celebrity, so that we can basically see what people we can draw in as a crowd to bring on as new supporters and new fans. And that's kind of like a swindling way of doing things, I feel personally, but I only feel that way because I've gone my entire life just based on the faction of love. Like I wasn't put in a position to have a choice. When people call themselves the product of their environment, it's based on exactly what they have gone through all their life. Well, myself, being a military brat, being raised in the hood because we wasn't military all my life, you feel me? And then started moving around a little bit. It's like I became a product of what that makes a person feel, believe, think, act like, trust, or lack of it. And so I definitely appreciate running into her. That really made me feel good. Basically, that's what inspired me to get on my live today. So I definitely want to give a big, huge shout out to Donisha. She does a YouTube channel for cooking. She's actually a wonderful chef. She knows how to put together some wonderful meals, as well as reviewing food. So if you're really big on food and you're a foodie, you love yourself a nice meal, then I'm definitely gonna make sure that I tag her at the end of this live. Because it offered for me to tag people when I went live, but I thought to myself, like, I probably shouldn't tag a grown-ass woman at, 1:34 in the morning, just because I'm going live. So I'll probably tag her after the fact, but I'm sure she'll see this tomorrow and be, remember that, we ran into one another. Welcome. This is DTJ Rap Studios. Another episode of ID Yourself. I am your host, ID. It's a little unorthodox, this episode, I would say, just because it wasn't preempted. It wasn't socially spoken about. It wasn't promoted. I didn't have any promo behind this episode. I just wanted to kind of talk to some people. That's kind of how this started, man. Like, I used to always be downtown at the bars. People would see me, like, when I didn't have a performance and I wasn't doing any shows and there was no comedy or anything to kind of be attending to, I would just be downtown and people would catch me, like, the same way that my homie just caught me today, you feel me? And it's like, that's, like, you should be just that transparent to where if you really are about what you're saying you're about, people should be able to tell. You should readily be able to identify exactly who a person is based on how they carry themselves or what they're talking about or what they support. In that respect, I have a high regard for people that recognize me because I wasn't never recognized before. And I know we all know what that feels like to not be important. You grow to find people that look at you, that make you feel important, but you also grow knowing what it feels like to not be important. So I think that brings more graciousness to those who know what it feels like to not be important and then grow to be somebody important to anybody. Because that is definitely the feeling that I resonate with these days. I'm looking into potentially putting myself in a position where I can have a full-on platform with this show I'm having here. And I want to be able to, I'm already in the process of working on bringing in some reputable guests, some people that are really super huge influencers and supporters of positive Black movements and businesses. It's crazy, man. Like, from business to sex to just about anything, now we're really looking over again how it is to interact with another different culture other than your own, whether you're Asian or whether you're African American or whether you're Black, or, African. or Caucasian, you know, it's different now. It's just interacting from one culture to the next, and it's like I can't even watch it anymore. Like I can't watch another dude being pulled over, treated like shit by a cop. I can't watch it anymore. And like some of the people that I like hold as like some of the strongest entities in the music industry, they don't know what to do either. So imagine, you know, you're on Prometheus, you're on this like big spaceship, you're out in space, and you have like a 10-man crew, and some emergency happens, something goes down, and nobody knows what to do. Everybody's trying to find somebody that knows what to do. In that sense, you know, I want to offer my platform just like everybody's offering theirs. If you have something to say, if you know of a movement or some kind of event that will help our culture and help our people prosper with positivity and love, please contact me. You know, now more than ever, it's been needed for people to be able to feel comfortable around one another. And we're still trying to find it. You know, it's not sad. It's just, it's a state of emergency to me, the way I look at it. You know, there's no middle ground. And so I don't know what to do either. You know, in that sense, I just know that this is something I can be doing. So I'm doing it. There's so many millions of things I could be talking about that potentially could benefit myself. But in a sense, not in a sense, but in a time like this, I don't got the balls to want to talk more about myself than to want to talk about caring for others. So I guess the message and moral of this episode is to take care of somebody, love on somebody. I always stress this, man. Tell somebody you care about them. Tell them you love them. Tell them you think about them. Tell them that what they do affects you and that it matters. The things that people do matter to me. And I don't even be involved. They just call me like, yo, this the woot went down. This shit was crazy. And that's all they'll say. This shit was crazy. And I'll be in my head like, man, like, y'all could have made a better decision. That saddens me that you guys didn't think in the moment, like we could just not have any of this drama. They just let it ride a lot of times. And we got to be smarter than that as a people, as individuals, as ethnicities. We have to be smarter than that. People are laughing at us as a country. You know, we gotta idealize with that. We have to recognize that. We have to own that. You know, all the times that we wanted to say we were a proud country based on the things we were doing that were righteous, that was wonderful. I think that you should be able to own your mistakes as much as your triumph. I'm kind of just spitballing here. I didn't even get into anything I actually wanted to talk about. Let's see what we got here. Oh, God, the dog thing. Jesus Christ. People, can you please respect your dogs? Can we get into this real quick? So if you're a dog owner, I don't know if you own dogs. You feel me? I've owned quite a few dogs throughout my lifetime. Shout out to Mirage. I miss my pit bull. But currently, you know what I'm saying, within my square footage, we own a Dalmatian. Now, if you're not familiar with the Dalmatian or that variation of dog breed, it's quite an aggressive dog. The dog was trained and bred to protect firehouses. So when you have a dog, if you're a dog owner, again, you have a dog that's stronger than you, and is bigger than you, and it holds more weight than you mass-wise, I urge you, please keep in mind that you're the smaller dog in this pair of dogs. When the dog sees you take it for a walk, it's like, oh shit, my homie about to go on a walk with me. He's not thinking he's being taken for a walk. He's thinking he's going on a walk with his homie. You feel me? Like, y'all just kicking it. He doesn't think nothing of it as a dog. He, And so when the dog sees another dog, or if the dog sees a car, or if the dog sees the mailman, or if the dog sees a fire hydrant and it freaks the fuck out, like, what difference is that from my 5-year-old son, right, being in quarantine for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and the one chance he gets to run out the gate, he does. He runs right into the middle of the street. Ignorant as fuck, hell yeah. Had to learn his lesson that day, hell yeah. But doesn't it make sense? Your animalistic instincts are just telling you to run out that fucking gate, yo. So why the hell are we yelling at our dogs for barking at other dogs? Yo, that's how they say what's up. We over here talking to our dogs with English, screaming at our dogs in English like they actually fucking understand that shit. My nigga, I swear to God, I can't prove this or not. I'm not a freaking dog whisperer. But yo, I'm pretty sure dogs only understand tone. Yeah, I mean, this has nothing to do with fucking English. Niggas be bugging. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, man, just know who you are. Know what animal you are and what animal you're dealing with. On to just a little more positive shit. My friend gave me a nice quote. It said, "They tried to bury us, but they forgot we are seeds and we are infinite." I resonate with that a lot because I feel like a lot of people don't know their worth. They'll take a 401k over being broke for 6 months to open a business. In comparison, you know, like, you have to know who you are. You have to know the change you're able to make. You have to know what you're capable of. And in order to do that, you have to challenge yourself to be able to do things that you would never imagine you can do. And I promise you, half the time, you'll probably complete those missions. At least more than you think, you know what I mean? It's a blessing to be this influential, but I couldn't be really happy with it truly if I wasn't using it to help somebody else. This is how I feel. There's a lot of access people have to one another that they don't utilize. I feel like people just sit around staring at each other and nobody's actually doing nothing with one another. That shit crazy. Anyway, I heard everybody's got baby fever lately. I had like 4 or 5 homegirls of mine like hit me up in the last few weeks talking about they really wanted to have some more babies. Is that a thing lately? Everybody's getting baby fever in quarantine? You let me know, because I'm really curious. I would love to just discuss this pregnancy, topic if it's really becoming a thing throughout the quarantine. I think a lot of people, it would make sense, you know what I'm saying? You're locked in the house with somebody, you probably on the lease with them, but you don't ever be home. But now that everything is shut down, you gotta always be home. I get it. Who wouldn't want to, have a little fun on the side? But you gotta think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're fucking with emotions. You're fucking with the standard of living. Because you gotta think about, once the quarantine's over, what you gonna keep trying to, like, fake love on your people? Because I feel like a lot of people are passing around a lot of fake love, yo. They want to act like they really want to be around these people that they're around when they have just simply no choice. So they want to make the best of it, but if you really wanted to, you would just keep it real. And they could recognize that. They'd be like, all right, well, look, you recognize that you're not trying to be with me. I recognize I'm not trying to be with you. But we also recognize that we're humans with emotions and chemicals in our body that we need to deal with. And y'all can kind of handle it from there. But what you shouldn't do is just jump into a relationship with somebody because you're in quarantine and you can't get around to being around other people. You feel me? There's no way to do that right now. You need to just recognize who you are. Recognize what you do to people or what kind of stress you put others under for your own personal benefit. I mean, I'm not saying nobody did that for me, but it taught for me to be thought about, for me to learn what it's like to really think about somebody and put them in perspective, like ahead of yourself. You know what I mean? Most people don't do that. They will put somebody ahead of them as long as they know the end benefit will keep them in the green. Nobody's willing to sacrifice. So I do. Just because this is my way of feeling confident that I'm sacrificing without a need from anybody. All I need you to do is listen. And to keep it simple for me, because it's like, yo, like, why? Like, it's hard to pass a message when you want something from somebody. Even if it's just listen. Like, a lot of times, you've been back in the day, you'd be in the mall, right? And you'd be like, yo, listen to my mixtape or listen to my album. And you would have a pair of headphones on your head already playing the songs. And all you had to do was get them to listen. I mean, they wouldn't listen. They never would listen. And so it's rough out there to know who will or won't listen. And so for what it's worth, I want y'all to know I will always listen. Countless people hit me up that don't know me from spit under their shoe just because they know I'm going to listen. Some of my homies back when we were in our 20s, my nigga, they would tell me like, yo, we know you always answer the phone. That's why we call you. I'm like, word, that's what's up. You feel me? I mean, that's cool. But now that I think about it in retrospect, I'm like, yo, I'm reliable. That's something to be proud to stand on. And a lot of people are not. They're not reliable for their vibes because they change them a lot. They're not reliable for their consistency because they fall through a lot. It's just not a thing anymore, and it's sad, yo. Because I'm one of the realest niggas I know, man, and I was raised by real niggas. And so it's like, when I walk around and I see fake people with like lies in their eyes, yo, I just don't get it. They could be living such more of a pure life. What do we got next? Oh, dude, I thought about this the other day. What if ladies had babies like reptiles? Like, I think women would love that, personally. Every vagina you touch is different. Let's keep it real, fellas. Let's be grown for a second. Every vagina you touch is different. So it's like, wouldn't ladies like it if their vagina was never altered by having a child? They could just spit them joints out like reptiles out the mouth, nigga. Like, baby number 1, baby number 2, baby. Okay, let me stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm just... I thought that'd be kind of cool. What else did I write down? Oh, very true. I said niggas be on the dance floor acting like they would want to with the person that's waiting at home for them. Right? Just saying. That's some real rap right there, you feel me? A lot of times when people fall in love, they get mad at the person they're in love with for the same reasons why they found them. Like, you may have found him at a performance, you might have found him at a bar, but you get mad when he has a performance, and you get mad when he goes to the bar. So I'm like, yo, if you're going to want to do it this way, then, like, just go home, man. If you're going to go out, you could just go home. And that's something I had to learn. You know what I mean? Because I'm a recording artist. I'm a performer. I'm a host. I do my shows and stuff. I do my thing. And it's like, at the end of the day, you got to just be just a dude in the room. You feel me? You have to rationalize with reality, yo. You can't just have shit the way you want it, man. Nobody is special out here. We have special talents. We have special attributes. But we are all made of the same shit, yo. So there's absolutely no point for us to be out here acting like anything is sweet. Ain't shit sweet, bro. Ain't nobody special. We could just simply agree to get along and make things a lot smoother for everybody. Josh, yo, tap in with me, yo. I'll hit you up on the messenger. And I got your phone call, Michael. I got your phone call. I'll tap in with you soon too, brother. I got you, man. What else do I got here? Oh, Royce the 5'9". He's a very, very a wonderful recording artist from Eminem's camp. And he had said 3 really wonderful things that I just really grounded myself to today. He said, if you got to keep telling your value, I'm sorry, My mouse is in the way. Hold on. Okay. If you got to keep telling your value, then I can always instead just make money off of you than you making money off of yourself. Quote number 1. Like, that's why you should always believe in yourself. Because if you don't, then somebody else is just going to believe in you, not tell you, make money off you, and just wait till you figure it out. So why not just believe from the beginning? We've always mentioned believing, you know, believing in whatever you pray to, believing in whatever you're embarking on, believing in you're going to get the job. Then you should believe in yourself also. Count that as one of the all-time one things that you're always aspiring to be, which is a good worker or a good this or a good that. Be good at knowing who you are. You feel me? Because that would be the best way for you to not ever get taken advantage of. Quote number 2. If I don't care how you feel, it's because you don't care how I feel. I love caring about how people feel because nobody cares about how people feel anymore. So I try to be the difference. You know, they say be the change you want to see in the world. So when people always online talking about I'm just up, I can't sleep, I see why. I would love to ask why. I don't pry, but I see why. I try to see why. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, even if for 2 seconds, 20 minutes, 2 hours, maybe 2 days. But until you actually offer yourself the extension of even giving them that availability, you're probably just leaving another person depressed in the world walking around depressed. You feel me? Quote number 3. We're plugged into the world in a completely different way. I do believe that. I think he was talking about African Americans, but I also think he was talking about vibes too. You feel me? Like, everybody's really different. Really different. And as different as we are, we should be trying to learn from one another as opposed to just like making your one type of person the staple of what good people are, or making your one type of person the staple of what a strong person is. Like, everybody should just be learning from one another because we're all that different and the same. How can we be internally the same, externally different, but not learning shit? Bro, you got me fucked up over here. I unfollowed Vlad TV on YouTube. I'll kind of let you guys do your research with that. But basically, I come to find that this man wasn't even paying people for the interviews he was doing for artists. He created a platform that didn't benefit anybody. He exploited people for what they would go to jail for and let them incriminate themselves and didn't even give them like an out. I don't get that shit. My platform is completely at disposal for everybody. Or disposal, I mean to say. Whenever I've invited somebody to come over here, the people I have been contacting recently in order to elevate my platform have all been paid for, whether per need or per hour. But they're paid. You know, I truly believe in supporting the people that I would love to either work with or have working with me. But in order to really get them to, you know, understand that, you might as well write the check if you want to be the dude writing all the checks. If you want to walk around and be a boss is not a person that does not pay his people, first of all. You know what I mean? So make sure that you're taking care of the people that you want supporting your craft. You want the girls in your videos? Pay them, bro. You want the slow-mo dope-ass car shop? Pay them, bro. You want to get a drone? Buy it. But don't sit by and wait for a bunch of other people to invest in you when you haven't invested any of your energy to anybody. It don't work out that way in the universe, you feel me? They just don't. I think that if that concept was utilized more, people would all be rich, you know, that we'd all get paid. You dig? It's like, check it out. If it's 3 people, including myself, so it's me and 2 other people, and I put my phone down, and then he put his phone down, and then she put her phone down, and none of us can speak, and all of those phones have no race, and all they're worried about is how to make more money, those phones would give each other other numbers that one another needed. They would connect wires and cross-pollinate, and they would get rich. None of that would have to do about a personal social stature. You're just providing a service and connection. Like I like to tell people, I'm the hub of a very large social circle, because I like to make people feel comfortable thinking that they can potentially get to who they need to get to through me. But that's what I mean. It's like, if they don't feel like they can get through to something through you, then why are you even involved? You should be involving yourself with people that you want to help them benefit from you being involved. Not just try to find a way to get a check. You get your check from putting your work in by getting involved. It's pretty simple to me, honestly, because I run my own business, but it's like at the same time I get why people don't. But I'm trying to help y'all understand, yo, if you really want to support people, you need to support it through and through. Be very transparent about your support. Be very thorough. Be very serious. Because we take this serious. We build this for the content ability to be able to give you serious thoughts, serious perspective. So I thank you all for who's tuning in and watching. Because like I already explained, I only talk to like 50 people in a month. But I see all the views on this shit, and I can't do nothing but want to make another video for y'all just to be that much more connected to the rest of my people. Because 60% of the people that are watching my lives are here in my state. I don't know y'all personally, but I love to be able to feel like I can feed off of y'all energy like y'all can feed off of mine. So I'm going to keep making my lives, yo. You dig? I guess in closing, because I am about done here, I'm just kind of ranting a little bit. I feel like, black people always been special. I'm not saying white people were never special. I'm not saying Asian people ain't special. It's like the Black Lives Matter thing. It's not saying the white lives don't matter. We're just saying Black Lives Matter. So it's like, I really feel like black people are special. We have some of the most amazing energy on the planet. To the point that it literally glows. People will see you and they'll feel the vibes radiating off of your skin. When I spoke to my friend earlier today at the gas station and I got a little passionate about what we were talking about, she was feeling the warmth internally, physically. She explained to me that she can feel it when I explain how passionately I can't wait to get this goddamn show like completely off the ground. She could feel it. And it's like, that's like one of the reasons I can't stop. So I just want to come on here and talk about a few things. Make sure you chase your dreams. Know your worth. Get those raises. Stop looking at who's signing your check and see how you can maybe sign somebody else's. Put on, yo. Put on for your people. You see all these jobs niggas need out here. If you really straight off, if you well off, pay the homie to do some favors for you. Maybe a favor that he would normally just do just because. Because everybody need a little money in their pocket right now. Hold it down, yo. That's just how I feel. I've gone over 10 years doing this. One thing I'm going to leave you with, and this will probably be the last thing, is make people show you that they're for you. People all your life will show you or tell you that they support you, that they're there for you. They're going to share your posts. They're going to talk about you at the parties. They're going to tell people to book you at the clubs or play your song in the car or whatever. Make them prove it. Because when those same people want front row seats to the concert, you're going to want to know that they're going to bring their friends. You're going to want to see them be proud of you. And when you look in their eyes, you'll know. Don't let people rent space in your head that they're not paying for. This is ID. My show is ID Yourself. And this is DTJ Rap Studios. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope the vibes are nice and pure. I hope your kids are doing good. I hope your mama and daddy good. I hope everybody's wonderful. Peace.